It's no.
Hey people, how's it going? How's it going?
I'm sure it's going great for them now that they see that face.
Yes.
It was a pen flippity doo doo.
Yes.
I said doo doo, Santino. What do you think of that? Yes.
Very good, very good.
All right, so we're here with Noel,
Yes.
the one and only. If you find someone else trying to be Noel, you listen. We have a rule that's been in effect here for about 2 years. There could be only one.
Yes.
So he'll get the quickening.
Yes, absolutely.
So all right, well, Santino's here. And
Santino, how
Santino,
you doing, brother? Or should I say son?
if you say brother, it's pronounced brother.
Yes. You'll do as Hulk Hogan has taught you.
So Santino, what are you going to be drawing for us today?
The background of the, well, you'd have to be like big fans of the No Comics in order to see this.
Sure,
The
sure.
background of the Madonna
Okay, Madonna, who's
thing.
pushing 85 years old today.
Happy 100th birthday, Madonna.
This is for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you know that
Lillard
Madonna's
Scott ain't got nothing on me, man.
now when they're redoing the next bit of the Golden Girls remake,
Are you
Madonna's actually going to be playing Sophia.
Are you serious?
Nope.
Okay. Phew, I was a little worried.
But we're going to put some ink on this paper.
Yes, let's go. We're
No,
gonna
no,
start off.
I've mentioned this before, and
gonna
you have
use
told people,
this
but
pink right
what
here.
exactly are you doing right now with the yellow?
All right. So what I like to do with the yellow is I like to kind of get a little, kind of a skeleton going
love
here,
it.
just to kind of guide, where I'm going,
Sure.
and that way it helps out in case, any stray lines, or it just helps the drawing to be more fluid too. So you always.
You're going to need a towel? Is it going to get, what's going on? Fluid.
Yes, well, there's a sink right over there if we need it. So.
He's not lying,
not
folks.
lying,
The sink
yeah.
is right over there.
We are in a-
Santino's got the ink hitting the
We are-
paper.
we are in a
Oh, he's
factory,
making a
so-
frame. He's framing it. This is nice work, Santino.
Yes,
Keep it
very
up.
good, very good. So let me
Make like the outline for the background.
let me
I love it.
give you a little bit of the backstory here.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah,
a big,
Sonic and
big
Madonna.
Sonic the Hedgehog fan, right? I am. So
As you should be.
and I'm a big fan of Japanese manga.
Okay.
And one of the things I like a lot about Japanese culture
Uh-huh.
is they tend to appreciate things about America that
Sure.
Americans don't necessarily appreciate themselves. And one of those
Take it
things,
for granted.
yeah, is like the kind of the vibrant, over the top nature of our culture, right?
No.
So, so when Sonic was invented, he was invented to be a Sega's answer to Mario.
There's a fight I'd like to see.
At the time, yes, I know, right? Actually, you can in
Sonic
Smash
Mario.
Brothers.
That's true. Accurate.
They made Sonic too
Smash
slippery
Brothers,
for his
but
controls, though. So
Wife of when we played as Mario.
You played Smash Brothers with your wife? Santino?
anyway, so
I literally beat Gold of Light, which is the story mode of Smash Bros.
you got me beat, man.
Wow.
that isn't very impressive right there.
It took me like
You can see the outline for me here. That is cool already.
Yeah. So back in the late '80s, there was a movie
Okay.
called Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Sure.
Right, and it was about a spunky cartoon character
Spunky cartoon.
with a sexy human girlfriend.
Naturally.
You could also see that trope in Howard the Duck.
Yes.
So the idea is,
Was it Leah
Sega.
Thompson?
Sega wanted to do something that would break through to the American video game market.
Sure.
Right? So they're are thinking to themselves well, okay, first of all, we have to come up with a mascot, right?
Uh-huh.
So they did a contest, and the design that won was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Now, this is the backstory of the furries.
Okay, so back to Madonna here.
Sure.
All right, so they're like, okay. And then they also had this movie, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, was big in America.
Sure.
And so it's okay, so he had a sexy girlfriend, and we want to get to the Jessica Rabbit vibe. So they came up with this kind of male fantasy American archetype of the pretty girl. And
The gentleman of that actually played Mario.
yes,
Look at that.
yes.
Sadly,
There's
he's
our
passed.
degrees of separation right there. Kevin Bacon ain't got
Very good
nothing
actor.
on us, man.
No.
So
because he is bacon.
My experience from Blockbuster Video and Family Video.
yes, it takes me back. Not that long, because our family video was open recently, only
Yes.
closed during COVID. So anywho, okay, so
Look at that, folks. That is
So-
fantastic.
all right, so like, okay, we're gonna give Sonic a human girlfriend named Madonna.
Madonna.
Sonic's gonna play in a rock band.
Okay.
Madonna's gonna be his groupie.
Oh, my.
And she's gonna get, I think, kidnapped by Dr. Eggman.
Dr. Eggman's at it again.
Yeah. So Sega of Japan came up with this like big love letter to American pop culture, and Sega of America was just like, no. This is not marketable, which made Sega of Japan pretty angry.
Circle yes
Understandable.
or no. They said no.
So this lady Madeline Schroeder, who's a total sea hag.
How do you feel about her?
Yeah, I don't like her. I'm gonna tell you why. Because she killed the Madonna character.
Oh.
She basically, because she thought she was not. I think she was jealous of how pretty Madonna was actually. So
What does that say about that lady?
so-
You called her a hag.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
I
funny.
don't like to be that mean, but. I really get annoyed
Well, I just
when I
appreciate
think
having
about
heard
this
hag in a long
story.
time.
Like Sega of there was a lot of tension between Sega of America and Sega of Japan.
Oh, boy.
And also, I think a lot of that tension stemmed from the fact that Sega of Japan worked very hard on a Sonic concept, and
Sure.
Sega of America was not as tactful as they should have been in how they tried to, adjust things
Right.
to make Sonic, more marketable to their understanding of like toy psychology.
Sure.
So anyway, so she ended up going to Japan, and Tom Kalinske, I think, went to Japan as well, and they basically said, you got to change Sonic because stop Santino, please. Because like this isn't gonna work for an American audience. It's even though it's like super American, it's like the Japanese version of America
Sure.
as opposed to like what we want. So they ended up scrapping Madonna, and then they in Sonic CD ended up doing not Princess Sally, that was the cartoon. They ended up doing Amy Rose,
Okay.
who is a girl hedgehog who's in love with Sonic and just follows him around.
Oh.
And actually, if you take a look at the Sonic promotional manga that was released by Sega in Mega Drive fan magazine, you
what?
can in Japan the Sega Genesis was called the Sega Mega Drive.
Mega Drive.
Actually there are commercials where they have that kind of voice, for the Mega Drive.
Could you throw in a good word for me? No,
Yeah,
I'd like to get
I
a job
would
in Japan.
Totally love that.
Mega Drive.
Yes, Mega CD.
Mega
That's what they called the
CDs.
Sega CD. It was the Mega CD.
Look at this coming to life.
So like, they gave Amy the Madonna kind of role and made her a hedgehog instead of a sexy blonde. And
Weird.
and then like they did this like weird. I never played it, but they did like a weird game called Sonic 06
Sonic 06.
after
Which was, like,
What year was that made?
2006, right?
Okay, makes perfect sense.
Which was like extremely broken.
Broken.
Like
Who can fix it?
I don't know, man.
it was like it was rushed like a lot. It was rushed.
Oh, you got with things you care about, you gotta take your time.
Most of the 3D Sonics were rushed.
Is she
And
dreaming
anything
of
that-
Sonic? Oh
Yes.
my. With hearts.
Yes.
I see and feel the love.
Yes. So the idea was like Sonic was gonna deal with this blonde kind of gushing after him as he like ran through Dr. Eggman's levels. And actually, there is a tech demo that Sega did in 1990 when they were pitching the Sega Genesis and all its features. And one of the lead ones is a picture of Sonic and Madonna. And it's like Madonna like kind of falling and Sonic like in this pose. Now, if I
catch her.
grab a lighter marker here,
This is
I'm actually gonna
How is
do
this
something
kinda
maybe a little
close?
risky here. I'm gonna like give Sonic an open mouth here, and there's a reason I'm gonna do it. Because in Japan they made Sonic have fangs. And
Fangs.
that was another thing that they didn't like, that Sega of America didn't like. They didn't like that he had Madonna. They didn't like that he had fangs. And and they
What
were,
in the world?
so yeah.
Fangs are cool.
I know.
Madonna's cool. What's going on
I
here?
know, seriously. And
Sometimes the bigwigs get their hands on things, and they've been so removed from the society they don't quite have that like connection. They're
I agree,
distanced.
dude. I agree.